Alright, let's do this. Whoa, wait. What's happening?
Oh, yeah, we got video now.
So, we're not disembodied voices anymore?
Nope.
I better get dressed.
Yeah, wait. Ah! Dude!
That's much better.
Dude, not cool.
What?
Alright, what are we reviewing this week?
It's a sci-fi movie with some humans, some blue dudes, a greedy, heartless corporate manager, an environmental message, and cutting-edge CGI.
Avatar?
Nah, man. Jetsons the movie.
There was a Jetsons movie?
Yep.
Released in 1990 and touted as an animated sci-fi musical, Jetsons the movie tried to cash in on the idea of releasing an animated feature-length film in theaters.
Wait, this is a musical?
Well, musical's kind of a loose term. I mean, yeah, there are songs in the movie, but they don't really, progress the story or develop the characters. They're just kind of haphazardly thrown in there to make it seem more like a Disney movie.
And now...
We're gonna watch it.
Crap. Alright, let's do this. Man, where do we keep getting those?
Cinemagic.
Huh.
So the thing starts the way anything involving the Jetsons should.
Bright, colorful backgrounds with space-age tech and a catchy tune, right?
Nope. Industrial sabotage.
Wow. 3 seconds in and it's already weird.
So this factory is being sabotaged by what appears to be teddy bears.
I don't know. Look more like, Ewoks to me. Either way, they mess it up pretty badly.
After we see this, we get the classic Jetsons intro.
Jetsons, meet the Jetsons. They're a modern space-age family.
No. That's the Flintstones.
Oh. Never mind then.
So we see the Jetson City covered in smog.
And the robot decides to raise the entire city above it.
Now that's how you deal with environmental problems. Ignore them and hope they go away.
George is woken up and goes through his daily morning routine.
Showers. Eats.
You burned the toast.
Says goodbye to his family.
Dad?
Yes, son?
You're coming to my spaceball game today, aren't you? It's the tournament semifinals.
Sure, Elroy. I wouldn't miss it for the universe.
$20 says he misses it, and it's a plot point.
Duh.
Dad, there's a dance at school this afternoon?
Hey, what's wrong with his daughter's voice? That's not Judy's voice.
Well, so they got the original voice actors to do all of Judy's dialogue, but then they decided they wanted to attract a younger audience, so they brought in teen pop sensation Tiffany.
Who?
She was a singer who was kind of popular mid to late 80s. She fell out of the public eye, but then she gained some notoriety in 2002 when she posed nude in Playboy.
Really?
Yeah, see, look.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So George heads to work, but gets caught in, air traffic? There's, infinite directions you could go. How is there traffic in the air?
But he's got a plan to get through.
I hate to be this sneaky, but my job's on the line.
Dude, that is so illegal.
Verily.
So he gets to work and does as usual.
Meanwhile, his boss is in a meeting with some corporate dudes.
They're not happy that his factory isn't running, but he insists that his new vice president can make it work.
The only problem is he doesn't have one.
What?
Yeah, all his previous VPs ran away, so he looks for his most qualified employee.
Need 1, a worker whose total loyalty is to space leaf sprockets. 2, someone expendable. 3, someone who will work for peanuts. 4, not too bright. And 5, someone who can push a button. That's it. Okay, what have you got?
I'd be offended if my name popped up on that list.
Of course, George's does.
This means he's the new VP.
You and your family leave tomorrow. Go home, pack.
Meanwhile, Elroy's playing Spaceball. Not that one.
Here comes the Elroy
scores the winning goal for his team.
But, surprise! His dad misses the game.
Also, meanwhile, Judy is at a concert.
What the? Why is Velma here?
The rock star dude asked Judy out on a date.
Hey, what's your name?
Judy?
Well, Judy, we got a date Friday night.
She plays it cool.
Later, everybody's back home.
Tomorrow, I've got a date with Cosmic Cosmo. Tomorrow!
Ah, young love. I remember one time my date and I tripped the light fantastic, and we tripped a few circuit breakers, too.
Whoa. Did Rosie just admit to having robo-sex?
I remember one time my date and I tripped the light fantastic, and we tripped a few circuit breakers, too.
Whoa, yeah. How does that work?
Well, I don't know. Maybe if they,
But before anybody can contemplate that further, George arrives at home and tells his family about his promotion.
I'm home, and I've got great news. They made me a vice president.
All right.
We gotta move.
Move
To Spacely's orbiting or asteroid.
to Spacely's orbiting or asteroid.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Repeating everything I say.
Repeating everything you say?
Irritatingly stupid joke.
Irritatingly stupid joke?
Raxacoricofallapatorius.
Raxochorus Clown Forest?
Forest? Oh, that joke died fast.
So the Jetsons leave Orbit City to go live near the space factory.
Judy's all heartbroken because she didn't get to go out with Rockstar Dude.
This gives us our first song.
You and me have been together for a long time. And we always go through all for one for all. Through joy and sorrow, we're staying together.
Well, that was pointless.
The rest of the family seems pretty happy.
Whoa, Astro looks way too happy to have Elroy in his lap.
Don't worry about it. Elroy's so happy he can't even stay in the same seat throughout the entire trip.
It's almost like the editor wasn't paying attention to how the characters were positioned between shots.
They finally arrive at the Intergalactic Garden Estates.
Everyone explores their new home.
Elroy makes some friends.
So does Jane.
Judy keeps switching between depression over missing her date and happiness because she gets to go shopping.
And George goes down to the plant.
There, he meets his only co-worker, a robo-dude.
The robo-dude starts to give George a tour of the facility
There's
and...
the drilling board. It brings up the ore.
The bore brings up the ore. Got it.
The ore makes
No.
sprockets.
No.
Yep.
No. You gotta be kidding me.
Nope. They rap.
Oh, God.
Take the board or sprocket packets from the packet brackets and we rock it while we're rapping. Yes, we rock it while we're rapping and we're rocking and we're rolling and we rock it, the sprockets to Spacely. Yeah!
Fortunately, it doesn't last very long.
It lasts long enough. That was awful.
Meanwhile, Judy's at the Space Mall, once again being all heartbroken over not going on a date with that rocker dude.
Which of course means we get another song. Oh, joy.
And God, listen to this.
This is dumb. She's still hung up on the guy that she knew for all of 5 seconds. I mean, the entire extent of their relationship, if you can even call it that, was the amount of time it took him to ask her out. And yet, now, because she had to leave and he asked someone else out instead, she's heartbroken forever. I mean, I'm no expert on girls, but this is a highly inaccurate and offensive stereotype that has no place in this movie.
Well, she finishes the song and swears she'll never love again.
Right, so this means she'll meet a new guy in 3, 2, 1.
Ow!
I hate this movie.
But before they can get better acquainted, she has to run off to support her dad on his big day.
The boss dude and the corporate dudes watch the grand reopening of the factory from Earth.
And all seems to be going well.
But the Ewoks return and sabotage the factory again.
This makes the boss dude mad.
Jetson!
and he blames George for the problems.
This makes no sense, since he already knows that somebody's been repeatedly sabotaging the plant, and has scared off the last 4 VPs. But George and Robo-Dude work to try to repair the damage.
And now we get to experience another one of Judy's songs.
Can we skip this? I'm getting tired of these.
No, dude, you don't want to. Just watch.
I didn't know the Galleria had any place like this. It's metagalactical.
No, don't! You all right?
I think.
This is all a hologram.
Wow.
Oh, right. I mean, of course. Who'd be stupid enough to assume that the garden on a space station was real?
Yeah, obviously. Oh, brace yourself. Acid trip in 3, 2, 1.
Give me one reason why you look so sad. A heart like yours wasn't made for that. Give me your hand, I'll pull you through. Give me some time and I swear to you, every night I'll be so close. Every night, and don't you know, you and me were made to be in love.
I don't think it's strong enough.
Don't let that tear us apart. You and me were made for love.
What was that?
The weirdest part of the movie.
What did that have to do with anything?
Nothing.
Did it develop the characters?
Not really.
Did it progress the story?
No.
Will they ever mention it again?
Once, but like at the very end of the movie and for like 2 lines.
So that was all...
Absolutely pointless.
Right. Ugh.
Back at the factory, George tries to get things running again.
But the Ewoks strike yet again.
This causes all sorts of chaos.
Turn it off. Turn it off. No, don't. No. He's an idiot.
Man, even cartoon physics don't explain this one.
So once again, things go bad. This causes the boss dude to decide he has to take a trip to the factory.
Using the cheapest form of transportation possible.
Okay, I get he's supposed to be cheap, but this is just ridiculous. Why would a rich guy, no matter how cheap, fly this way? I mean, at the very least, I'd expect him to fly coach on a decent airline. Or space line. Or, I don't know, what would you call that?
Meanwhile, George, realizing that the creatures only attack at night, decides to stake out the place and discover the culprits.
He handles this with his usual work ethic, and gets his usual level of satisfactory results.
Fortunately, Elroy and his friends, Furball and RoboKid, decide that they need to investigate, and with the RoboKid's abilities, they manage to get into the locked facility.
Yeah, this scene's, kinda weird.
How so?
Well, I mean, watch.
I'll show you my elevator. Wow.
Going up. Going in.
Yeah?
Well, imagine those lines in any other context.
And now I'll show you my elevator. Going up, going in. Oh.
Yeah, not good, huh?
No.
So they get inside and finally discover the devious little monsters that have been sabotaging the place. Grungies.
Oh my god, they're even freakier than I thought. These aren't Ewoks. They're some sort of horrible hybrid. Half Ewok, half Care Bear. Ah! They want our souls!
Dude, chill.
Horrible. They're horrible.
It's okay, man. It's okay. They're not going to hurt you.
Okay. So Judy and her boyfriend arrive.
Wait, how'd they get in? Isn't this place, like, locked? Didn't Elroy only manage to make it in from a ventilation shaft?
I don't know, man. But the whole group decides to follow the little abomination down to the depths from which it came.
There, they discover an entire colony of these things.
Oh my god, there's hundreds of them! Kill them with fire! Kill them with fire! Ah!
Pull yourself together, man! It turns out the mining portion of the factory is destroying their village.
And thus they've been sabotaging the factory to protect their homes.
This revelation comes just in time for Jane and Astro to arrive.
Are you all right, Mrs. J?
I'm fine. I found everybody except George.
Okay. The Grunges return George to his family.
Knowing the destruction the factory is causing, they try to convince George to shut it down.
You want me to do what? No.
All I ask is that you look around and see what your job is making you do.
Oh my gosh, it's a city.
And he agrees.
But the boss dude has arrived, and he starts up the drill, even though he knows the Jetsons are down below.
He's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
This causes chaos for the Jetsons and the Grunges.
Yeah, and Elroy gets covered in rocks.
Elroy!
Huh. I didn't think they'd actually kill anyone off. Especially not a kid.
Well, as you can see, this movie's a lot deeper than you thought. It tries to teach us just how costly greed can be. That by thinking of only yourself and how you profit, you can end up ending the life of one so young and innocent. Now the Jetsons will forever be one member short. Their youngest child's life ripped away by the avarice of one greedy man.
Whoa.
No, I'm just fucking with you. They survive.
Well, after escaping from the caves below, George tries to convince the boss dude to shut off the factory.
He doesn't listen.
This means George must take a ridiculously stupid and overly elaborate route in an attempt to shut down the factory.
And he does.
How does that work? The gears are pushing him one way, but then he flies off in the opposite direction.
You know, cartoon physics.
Right. Well, he manages to blow up the something important by putting his finger in it.
And even when it explodes, he remains perfectly unharmed.
Yeah, it's a good thing he doesn't have to worry about shrapnel or explosive shock waves or anything like that.
With the factory shut down, the Jetsons convince the boss dude to give control of the factory to the Grunges.
This is also where they shoehorn in their environmental message.
Yep, to prevent more damage to the Grunges' home, the factory has been converted to recycle old parts instead of making new ones.
With the Grunges controlling the factory, the Jetsons have no reason to stay.
And so they pack up to head home.
Here's the demo of the song I wrote for us.
Oh, Apollo.
Some dude might turn it into a hit. Maybe Cosmic Cosmo?
This is ours. Just ours. Always.
Wait, why isn't Judy heartbroken? Can't go on a date with some guy she's known for all of 5 seconds? Heartbroken forever. Leaving behind and possibly never seeing again a guy she's had an actual relationship with? She'll be fine.
Yeah, that is stupid.
And thus, the Jetsons head home. The end. Well, that movie was dumb.
Yeah. It's not bad, but it's not good either. It tries too hard to reference old gags from the TV show while simultaneously trying to force in new material that appeals to the Gen Xers.
The music's not bad. Well, except for that one pitiful rap number. But it doesn't serve any purpose. It just shows up, does nothing to further the story at all, and then quickly disappears.
Yeah, and then they tried to shoehorn this message about recycling into this movie, but it just feels so tacked on, like at the last minute.
Yeah, so overall, if you're a fan of the Jetsons, I'd say this movie's worth watching once, just so you could say you did. But it's not good. It's not even bad enough to fall in that ironically watchable category either. Overall, it just feels like a rather lame attempt to squeeze whatever money they could out of the Jetsons franchise.
Yeah, pretty much.
With the Jetsons!